Hey guys, it's your girl Miss G, and you know what time it is. It's G time. It's time to get up, get active, and get it together. My purpose is to give advice, encourage change, and empower success. The goal is for us to grow, elevate, and excel. Everyday action is required for change, and you have the power to create change. Look, I've been sitting on this for a couple of days now, and I was gonna wait. I really just wanted to get it out there, and I wanted it to be received and heard in a certain way. And today I got up and said, forget it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to record it. It's going to be what it is because I really want to get this content out there. And so here I am. And today's message is, who gonna check me, boo? I know you've heard this saying. It's super popular in reality TV and whatnot, right? Who gonna check me, boo? Man, when this phrase came out, you know how many people couldn't wait to tell somebody, who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me? Meaning, who gonna say something to me? Who gonna put me in my place? Not gonna happen. So recently, I was in a situation and we were talking about correction and coming to one another in love. And I don't see a problem with that. I don't see a problem with being able to go to someone and talk about something or even correct in a loving way. Check if you have to. But the problem with that is most people carry this attitude of who gonna check me, not who's gonna correct me, who will be in my corner enough to give me some sound advice and correct me when I'm wrong. But the mentality behind it is who's gonna check me? Who gonna check me? And see, I have a problem with that because if you can't be checked or corrected, how do we grow? Where do we go? And there so often I run into people who are uncheckable, who can't stand being corrected. And that leaves me wondering, how do you grow and how do you get to a different point if you are someone who can't be talked to? If the people around you have to walk on eggshells, if conversations have to happen behind your back because you're so unapproachable because you can't be checked, you can't be corrected, you can't be talked to about something that you don't want to hear about. Now look, I'm not saying that you should just go up to people and be like, let me check you on something, because that's disrespectful. I don't want to be checked. I don't want to feel belittled. I don't want to feel like I'm being talked down to. I don't want to feel like I'm being scolded, right? I'm a grown woman. I'm grown up in these streets. I want to feel like I'm grown when I'm being talked to. But that makes me question, are you grown? Because see, being grown means being able to take accountability for your actions and being able to have a conversation with somebody even when you're not right. Being able to take it in, being able to listen, having a two-way conversation and not just a one-way, where your way is the only way. Now see, a lot of grown folks out here are grown in their own right, grown in their age, but up here it's so immature because nobody can tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm grown. Wow. So then, what are we doing here? No one can come and talk to you. No one can correct you when you're wrong. No one can come to you because who gonna check me? I have something for you. Now, the phrase, who gonna check me, it came from a TV show. However, this is what some of the definition and meaning behind it. When you say to someone, what do you say to someone who threatens to check you or put you in your place? Who gonna check me, right? Someone who's gonna put you in your place, or you feel threatened by that person coming to put you in your place. Being told that you're going to be checked or that someone checked you can seem as a threat. If you feel threatened, you feel as if someone is trying to harm you. Anger is the natural reaction we experience when we feel threatened or frustrated. I would like to know, what's the threat about? when someone comes to correct you, what is the threat? I see a lot of times that we're automatically on defense. Even in the simplest situations, right? And you can use this with our kids or in marriage, right? Just a little bit, and we're already on the defense. Well, I didn't know, because we don't even really take the time to listen. We're listening with filters, and we're already ready to respond before the person has even paused in their sentence. Are you listening? Are you receptive to what's being said? Granted, in order to correct or check in a situation, we also have to watch how we are talking. We want to come respectfully to a person that we're trying to correct in love. In love. Because without it, it's chaotic. Without it, we're all over the place. Without it, nobody's listening. Without it, we clapping back. What? What you say? And now nothing is getting done. No problem solving skills are happening. Nobody's coming to a resolution. We're ready to fight. Those are fighting words. This is where communication comes in. Because see, what I feel, there are oftentimes I have to get checked, right? I have to check myself. Like, Chris, that wasn't cool. Chris, calm down. And so being where I am right now in life, being corrected is not a bad thing to me. Matter of fact, correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. Because that says that you care enough about me that you're not going to have me out in these streets looking crazy. That's a quote from a good friend of mine. That you will come and tell me when I'm wrong because you have my back. I'm not always right. Granted, I'm right a lot, but I'm not always right. I'm sure my husband will like that one. I need to know if I can do something better or if I'm doing something wrong in a way that's going to harm someone else. Being checked, being corrected doesn't have to be a negative thing. However, the person coming to do the checking and the person that's getting checked, we all need to have a mutual understanding and agreement within ourselves and each other that is done in love. This person is not meant to harm me. This is my friend. This person operates the same way I operate. We're here for a common goal, so they must not be here to hurt me or harm me. What they're telling me has to come from a good place, right? There are a lot of times that I feel like people who are uncheckable, if that's just my word, it's okay. You say I said it. People who can't be corrected because of the consequence that will happen just going to that person and saying, hey, this is something that I noticed, this is something that's going on, you were a little disrespectful, whatever it may be. I feel like in every situation it can be a teachable moment, but that all depends on whether or not you're teachable, because some of us walk around like we're perfect, we're unteachable. And if we are teachable, we're only teachable to certain people. Only certain people can teach us. You know, those are the people we have respect for, the people we admire. But sometimes, you know, people who are beneath us, and yes, I'm saying that sarcastically, we don't feel that they have the right to come and correct or check us. And that's a problem. Let me tell you what happens when you are unteachable, or signs that are about being unteachable, right? When you're unteachable, you can't grow. When you're unteachable, when you are above reproach, beyond reproach, no one wants to come and talk to you in a way that can benefit everyone, because they don't know what to expect from you. See, I always thought that I wanted my kids to fear me, right? Do what I say. Not as I do, but do as I say, right? And as I get older, as I mature, I don't want them to fear me. I actually can't stand when they look scared to say something to me. And it makes me feel like I haven't done my job right, because I want to be respected. But I also want you to be able to come to me in love and say, this is what's going on. I don't want you to turn out there to the world and be able to talk to somebody else because I'm so above you. I'm so grown in my own way that I can't listen. No. I want you to feel that I'm able to listen to you, even when I don't feel like you're right. I want to be able to hear how you feel, and I want to be able to talk to you about it. Now, it's not to say that I may agree with you. I may not agree with you, but I can still handle this situation in a loving way. I can still help solve whatever problem that's going on without me saying you're wrong. Who wants to be told that? No. Especially in that way and in that tone. That's so rude. And it just draws people, it makes people put a guard up, right? Because no one wants to feel bad. And even when we have bad news to give to someone, like you're not right, we can still do it in a loving way. You have to be able to give information. You have to be able to talk to someone in a way that they can receive. Otherwise, the message is unheard. It's falling on deaf ears. I don't want to hear you because the way you came to me was disrespectful. Now, what happens when they come to you and they're not disrespectful? They're respectful. They've tried all the communication skills that they know. They've utilized everything that someone has suggested. They prayed about it. They did everything that they knew to do. And it didn't come across, or it wasn't received in a way that they wanted it to be received. That's a different story. That, my friend, is understanding that you can do everything right and somebody can still take it wrong. But you only can fix you. You only can work on you. Are you approachable? Are you too good to be checked? Are you perfect? Because there are no corrections needed with you. Can someone come to you in love and say, hey, babe, sis, bro? Or will it be like, no, I'm right. I'm always right. I'm going to forever be right. If they don't like it, too bad. So sad. Man, let me tell you, I know some people with that type of attitude. I know the conversations that go on behind their back too. But it's cool. Keep on being unapproachable. Is that how you say it? I think so. Don't Google me after this. Or don't inbox me after this. Like, that is not even a word. Keep on being that person. How do you grow if nobody can talk to you? How do you grow if you're not teachable? I'm not saying that everything that somebody says to you is correct, or that you even have to take everything that they say. But just listen, especially when it comes from a source that you identify with. Now, if it's from a source that you know is full of drama and foolishness, okay, well, put it to the side. But still, take it in. What's being said? Is there something that I can do? Is there something within me that I can change for me? Not for you, but for me. Because all of us walking around here talking about who gonna check me, boo? Nobody growing. Nobody learning. Where are we going? You have to be able to be corrected in some type of way. Matter of fact, the Bible tells you to listen and learn from your mistakes. Have a teachable spirit and be the man or woman of God. You got to learn from your mistakes. But if you don't feel like you make any mistakes, then that's the real problem. If you don't feel like there are no mistakes that you are making or have made, then we have a bigger problem on our hands. But I feel as though that people should be able to come to you in love, come to you with good intentions and tell you something about yourself, and we all walk away cool. Now look, I'm not going to say to you that this is something that I've been good at forever, because it's not. But I had to learn that there are things about myself that I need to work on. I don't like to be talked down to. I don't like to be yelled at. I don't like to be called names. None of those things. But a check in love will have me smiling. It will make me happy. You know why? Because it says that somebody cares about me enough to say, hey, let me tell you this. Let me help you correct yourself. because I don't want to see you out in these streets looking crazy. You know, my husband's good for the little check, right? I know sometimes I can go in and he'll just lightly tap my knee, and I'll look at him like I wasn't finished. But then I get it. It's not even necessary. It's too much. Now, at first, I was like, why are you tapping my knee? What is the problem? Then I grew a little bit. And I'm like, oh, okay. I get it. It's a little too much. Thank you. Because he looking out for me. People who are looking out for me, they good with me. Thank you. Can people look out for you? Can they have your back? Can they teach you some things? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to grow? Or you gonna keep going with the who gonna check me? Yeah. You don't want to be checked. You don't want to be corrected. Well, get it together. It's G time, y'all. It's time to get up, get active, and get it together.